the channel, everybody. Welcome to Mr. Best Reviews. We are here for a new show. A new show has premiered. It is still Housewives, but it is the Housewives of Rhode Island, a state that is as big as the Bay Area. Very small state.
Very small.
I'm surprised they went to Rhode Island and not somewhere like Connecticut where there's bigger wealth, but Connecticut wealth ain't going to mess with Bravo. But let's welcome in James, you guys, from the Watch About Reviews channel.
Hey. Hello, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Show my girl some love. Shout out to our replay gang. I feel like I don't acknowledge you guys enough here, especially on my channel. So I'm going to start with Mrs. Beth's channel. Hello, replay gang. Thank you for catching us. Leave a comment. Let us know that you watched us. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you think of the ladies. We want to know. And especially on the live chat, too. Let us know. Who do you like so far? Who do you don't like right now?
Right. Please do. And I feel like you do good at acknowledging the replay on your channel. You do very good at acknowledging the replay. You do. But we appreciate the replay gang. You guys watch when we're not live and you keep us going. Let's also acknowledge the people in the chat. Dr. Jen, thank you for moving your way over here on a Good Friday. Easter is Sunday. I won't be live. So if anyone celebrates Easter, happy Easter, happy resurrection. Yes.
Should be live on my channel.
Yes. Oh, I won't be on this one, but I will be live on James's channel and on Keywan's channel that day. So I'll be live on both channels, one for Beauty and Black and the other for Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bell Collective. That's all, right?
That's all. Yeah, okay. That's all I signed you up for.
I keep feeling like you have more, but that's me. Hi, Kevin. He says, hi, you too. Hopefully none of the YouTube watchers makes mention of you not letting James finish his sentence during this live engagement. Hopefully. Sometimes in conversations, we do talk over each other. We've known each other for a minute. And it's YouTube. So sometimes when that happens, you may get a clip or be unable to hear us. But either way, we're going to have fun.
Yes, of course.
That's what
we just did it right now. So y'all, come on. Like it is what this happens. This is the forum.
Yeah. I didn't know people were that intent on conversations though, but it's okay. These ladies letting, not jetting. I know. Kevin can't stand a typo. He gonna correct it every time. I love it. These ladies looked, did I not just say this? They look the same. All of them. Like there's not, the only one who kind of looks different is, what is her name? Jo Ellen, but I can't even recognize her in this photo.
She's in there. She's over there with her hair up, right next to Alicia.
Okay, yeah, these women, they look alike. Liz and Dolores are twins. I said it to James before we went live, and he said it also. Like they have to share the same surgeon or something, and they do. They literally do.
They either the same surgeon or the same daddy. Because they look like they could be sisters. Like they look exactly. I thought that was Dolores sitting down. I did not think that was Liz. I thought that was Dolores, and I was trying to find Liz in this picture, and I'm like, okay, that must be Liz then.
You know what? I thought Liz was Dolores at first because Dolores was connected to Rhode Island, and so a lot of people thought she would be a part of the cast. So now I'm seeing that Liz is not Dolores and Liz is Liz, and that's going to be a struggle. But hopefully they get along since they look just alike. I agree with this statement. Dolores seems to fit better with this cast than New Jersey.
Well, she didn't do much. She didn't say anything. She asked 2-3 questions, and that was probably it. I thought she would have been more involved. Like, I thought maybe because the way they announced this show when, it was first coming about, they made it seem like Dolores was going to be the center.
They did.
And how it came out this first episode is I didn't think they needed Dolores, to be honest with you. I feel like they would do fine without her. So I know they're using Dolores as a failsafe because a lot of people, not so much, but I love Dolores. I do. That's the kind of loyal friend I want. Good, bad, or indifferent. I don't give a fuck what messed up things I do in life. She gonna have my back.
Dolores, nobody could say that she's a disloyal friend, though. Not the people that seem to know her from her personal life, not the people she's filmed with. I do feel like she fits this cast better in that from what we got so far, it doesn't seem like this cast is going to go too crazy. with the arguments the way they do on New Jersey. And I also don't feel like Dolores needs to film anything with Teresa because the bias is not going to change, which is why James is saying she's so loyal. But the shit Teresa be doing, Dolores don't need to film with her. Joe Ellen is a mixture of Teresa and Jeff Bezos' wife.
She do, yes.
I agree, especially with that big Italian family, her face, the hair. All these women look like somebody else, and that's going to be confusing for me. They do look like twins, y'all. It was confusing me. Hi, Kiwan. Y'all be sure to subscribe to Kiwan JTV. We'll be live with her tomorrow, and I'll be live on her channel with her on Sunday. And we have done lives with her for Bell Collective on James's channel, and she will be joining us for Love After Lockup when it's back in May. Let's support our kinfolk. Why not? Love her channel also. Is this show good? I think that the first episode is too soon to say if a show will be good or bad. However, I do feel like they'll give us a good show.
I agree. I feel like the storylines are very solid because it's like it was a whole bunch of what in the hell, why the fuck, and all of that, in this first episode. So I feel like it definitely has potential. And then everybody also has real money, which is what a lot of the other franchises lack. So I can appreciate that too. So I feel like we in for a good ride. I do.
I agree. The money part you brought up is a good point. Housewives, yes, we know we want to see rich people getting into it, but we've seen some housewives build up their money on the show, and it can work if you do, like when Housewives of Atlanta was in its prime, you had mixed incomes. So it can work with the mixed income, but these ladies, if you are going to have people with money, just make everybody have money.
Everybody got to have money. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. No matter how they get it, everybody's got to have money.
That's the truth. Rosie looks like Whitney from Salt Lake City and acting like her too. She gives Ashley. She does.
Oh,
I
did not.
Ashley Darby.
That's somebody I already don't like.
Yeah.
And we'll get
Rosie
to it in a minute.
and Kelsey kind of gave like when Ashley Darby and Katie were interacting in season 1 of Potomac. It definitely is giving that. JP. All these heifers need to get a new face or buy a new wig.
Or leave their face alone.
The colorless do this. Have you guys noticed that? Like with the colorless community, they like all of their lip injections look the same. They all want to have the same blonde hair. No one's expressing themselves in a way that makes them unique. And it's not good that they all look alike. That's going to make it hard for the fans to get to know who we're going to be mixing people up. Yep. I mean, we'll see. And the way they looked on Watch What Happens Live, they also kind of look different in the face everywhere. What's her name? Liz
the thing about Liz looked crazy as hell this first episode. I was looking at her like, okay, either you need to go eat or you need to stop messing with your face because it's like
she needs to let herself age naturally.
She needs age. She need to eat and stop wearing your hair up, Liz. Like stop wearing your hair up. Like when you wore your hair down, you looked proper, but when you had that hair up, you looked very challenging.
She looked a little challenged. She did.
Yeah, you looked challenging. It was.
Kevin Riddle said, "Is approves. Housewives of Rhode Island has another Lisa Barlow. Jen is now married to her sister's ex-boyfriend. I know we're gonna go over that. We are going to go over that. Not Jen, Joe Ellen. I think.
Okay. I was like, wait. I'm over here looking at the picture. I'm like, wait, which one is Jen?
When they all look the same, you just forget their names. Like, who's okay? Jennifer, is that you? I'm terrible learning names at first. I wasn't gonna watch this until Brooke Ashley reminded us. I don't think I feel like a lot of people, especially in the Black community, are giving this show a shot for the YouTubers that they watch, and we appreciate y'all. We do. JB says, like Potomac lacks money. Potomac heavily lacks money.
Oh, absolutely.
Heavily.
Like when I tell you, the only people who had money on Potomac was Katie and Sharice. Everybody else's money was questionable. Everybody else's money was absolute, and maybe Ashley. Because Ashley was married to Michael, so I'll throw Ashley with Katie and Sharice. But Giselle was living in a cottage her first season. Robin, we know what happened with her and Juan's money, and then who else was on the show? That was it, right? And then, and Karen was married to the Black Bill Gates, and then come to find out they had to sell their home with 1970s appliances. There, I said what I said.
Not 1970s appliance. You know what? The wealth was the wealthiest.
No,
Dolores
everybody was given.
Dolores Fistus cast more because of the facial, physical aesthetic amongst the class. That's true, though. It's true. It's very true. That's very true. Poor Potomac can go on pause indefinitely. Oh, poor Potomac. You know what? Potomac, everyone's going to try and say, well, Karen was gone. Karen, even when Karen was there, the show was failing. She doesn't give enough because she's a confessional gangster. I think Karen would be better as a friend of, and I know y'all might hate me for saying that, but I just don't feel like she has enough to give. But, I guess we'll see, right? The lip fillers. There's so much lip filler. There's so much lip filler on this show. Ashley, that wasn't her money. Look at her now. Living in a house that's in the name of an LLC that she doesn't have anything to do with. Paying the mortgage with the settlement she gets from nasty Michael Derby's money.
I said, JB, I actually have money because of Michael. So I said that's why I would throw her up in there, because Charisse has money because of Eddie. So, I mean, we can all kind of play that game of who really has money, who really doesn't, because Charisse ain't in her house anymore either. So
unless you come on like Angela Oakley, who is with her husband who had money, but she met him because they lived in the same building because she had her own money, then most of these women got their money from a man.
Yeah.
And bravo from being with that man. So it still all tracks back to that man.
To that man, exactly. That's why I was like, okay, but then if that's the case, I think Katie and Candace were the only one who had generational wealth. So yeah.
It's the truth. Even the one with money like luxury on Housewives of Potomac. That is true.
Yep.
Look at Angel's trip. Look at Angel's trip, Kiarna's picture frame. Like, come on now. It's been a sinking ship, but I feel like Bravo is scared to cancel the black shows because they think everybody will tell them it's a race thing when some of them are just shitty shows like Potomac. But, if Love and Marriage Huntsville gets to be on TV all these seasons, then why can't Potomac, right? Just saying. Oh, no, not the mention of them. He gave us tomatoes. James and Mrs. Best knows the inside joke. Oh, Lord. Only supported YouTubers reviews on Potomac. You know who else is like that? Shayna_MCDTV.
Yes.
Her link is in the description as well. She don't watch none of the Housewife franchises.
None of them except Atlanta.
For Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I kind of could understand why Shayna does that. Because they're all giving you the same recycled storyline, just with different sets of women in different geographical locations. They're all talking to press and bloggers, so we know more before we can even watch the show. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to do that. The clips are all you need, too, for Potomac. The clips are enough.
Right, exactly.
Oh, she said, as long as they don't bring back irregular nothing-ass Robin.
Okay, well, Kiwan, I'm finna invite you back to my channel when Real Housewives of Potomac is airing, because her regular ass is coming back, from what I'm understanding.
I could hear Kiwan already. My God, today, because this hoe and her roommate, I could hear Kiwan already. I don't want Robin.
Oh. Well, I mean, here, Kiwan, be ready, because I'm inviting you to my channel so you can read Robin for Phil, because I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to say Robin, next scene. So whatever Giselle's doing today.
She said Rhode Island is refreshing. It's always refreshing to get a new housewife franchise. It was refreshing when Dallas came into the bullshit. It was refreshing when Salt Lake City first came, until they let the fame get to their heads. I think that's what's wrong with that show. But hopefully these heifers don't. I may not like Bob the Builder, but she got something in her.
Not you calling that lady Bob the Builder. I am done.
Oh,
I am so done.
It's the subtle read. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right. She said, JP, please. See, just cancel RHOP regular Robin. Robin is a hater too. I don't even see her coming back into the Bravo universe, because she has had a lot to say that she should have never said about other Bravo shows when she gave nothing on her Bravo show. Just saying. Just saying. Lord help us. Sharice. Yes, I knew who he was talking about.
Oh yeah, we all know who he was talking about.
We knew
Because
who he was
who
talking
else?
about.
Who else fits Bob the Builder?
Sharice is just a lost cause. Like,
And
she
they
has
keep trying to make her
upgraded.
happen every year, and I'm like, let this lady go.
I want to know who does Sharice's hair so I can never go to them. But I'm gonna be quiet before y'all tell before I offend somebody else again in this live. Let's get into let's get into the Housewives of Rhode Island episode. We are starting in Providence, Rhode Island, which I believe is the capital city. I don't know much about Providence, Rhode Island, other than that guy who was on the Patriots, who had the CTE and committed some ungodly things. I've also heard that Providence, Rhode Island got a hood that's like no other. I have heard about the hood out there, but I don't know much about Rhode Island other than it's our smallest state and in the middle of the Atlantic. That's about it. But we meet Alicia and her fiance, Bill. And I'm like, Alicia, were you married before, Bill? What's going on? Because there's some older people. So I'm like, are you divorced? But then I saw the baby running around because no shade to this lady. She looks much older than someone who would usually have a child the age of her child. So it kind of threw me off. Maybe they did it later in life.
No,
But
I
they
think
say they have been together for 9 years, her and her fiance, Bill, and they got engaged 9 years ago while she was 7 months pregnant with her daughter. And they've been engaged for 9 years. She has a big Italian family that is upset that she moved from Cranston to Providence, which is only a 15-minute drive. The state is small as hell. But 9 years to be engaged? I mean, it's working for them, but why y'all couldn't get married? Was that weird to you? How did you feel about Alicia and Bill?
here's the thing. I need to know her age as well, because from what I'm grasping, based on the stories, and I'm sure we'll get there later on, if I'm doing the math based upon Joe Ellen's age and the fact that she was in high school with her husband, that lady's not older than 40.
You think we dealing with, so I cover 90 Day Fiance. I am going to be covering all of the shows within the franchise. James has graciously agreed to do Before the 90 Days with me, and he says that he'll do 90 Day Fiance with me. Don't let me put words in your mouth though, child. Please don't. There's a lady on Before the 90 Days, because you know who I'm going into.
Yes.
Named Elise. Elise is my age. She's 33 years old. But she looked like she's 43 years old, maybe 45. I think that's what's happening here with Alicia. And I don't know if it's the plastic surgery that all of these women have had too much of or what. But she did look old, James. I'm trying to be nice.
I'm trying to be nice too. But when they were talking about everyone's storyline, because me and Joe Ellen are the same age, so I am like, okay, huh? And
Wait,
Joe Ellen's
what?
husband, yes, me and Joe Ellen are the same age. Yes. Mm-hmm. So yes, exactly. That's why I was like, okay, wait a minute. No, Alicia's not 33. Alicia, as I said, if Alicia was in high school with Joe Ellen's husband, that means that she's around 40.
Yeah.
Yes, because Alicia and me and Joe Ellen are the same age. The youngest
It
person
says
on the cast.
online that Alicia Carmody from the Housewives of Rhode Island, with a background in the beauty industry, she is 41 years old and was born in
Yes,
1984.
exactly. Okay, so I'm spot on. That's why I was like,
In
wait.
April. You even share a birthday month.
Yeah, that's why I said, because I was doing the math. I said, okay, if me and Joe Ellen are the same age, and she was in high school with her husband, she can't be no older than 4. Yeah, so that's so my math is right.
Child, that's a rough
That's
40.
a rough 40. That is a rough 40. I'm sorry, Alicia. I do like you, but that's a rough 40.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with Alicia, but lay off the plastic surgery. I think sometimes it has the opposite effect people go for in that they are aged, and you'd be surprised what makeup could do. But so you liked Alicia at first, just your first impression, you didn't mind her?
No, she just like, to me, I don't know enough of her yet. So I'm putting her in the like right now. She can go to the only person who I did not like at all was Rosie. That's the only person I did not like immediately. Now Rosie can turn it around, but for now, no, Rosie, no, it's a no for me.
Oh, okay. We go see how it goes. I love that you guys are in the comments because this is definitely a new show. So I'm curious how all of you feel about it as well. I am hollering at JB in the comments talking about Sharice's Bob the Builder because of them. Where did it go? I had just seen this comment because of her shoulders, JB. And them shoulders, I could not. She said she thought it was Robin. She got them broad ones too, though. It's quiet as kept. Yes, Robin is a hater. Glad to see you noticed it too. It is especially seen more in their podcast. It is. And you could tell, I feel like she's not the best friend to Giselle either, because Giselle is still on the show, and some of the opinions that Robin had on the podcast could have put Giselle in a situation that made it difficult for her on the show, which I wouldn't have cared for because I don't care for Giselle. So I would have just been like, okay. But yeah, Robin's a problem. If she comes back, y'all, Potomac is on James's channel. I will not be watching my mouth, and I pray that y'all don't cancel me. No, I call boy Robin is what I call Robin. She gives a boy. No shade. Don't judge me. But y'all be seeing the studs, the more masculine lesbians. Robin gives that. She does, especially
Robin gives me hoops. She gives me hoops from Flavor of Love. She gives me Dr. Contessa when she's with Dr. Britton. Robin gives me perpetrating.
Not perpetrating. I cannot. I lost my phone charger. We're gonna pray it don't die. Black people in Rhode Island are 1%. Yes, not a lot of Black people there at all. So I'm not surprised that Bravo, after what happened with Dallas, I do find it interesting that the next new housewife show they got the most colorless cast they could have found. The only color on these bitches comes from makeup and they tanning salons. Okay. I'm not surprised though. That's what Bravo does. That's what they do. 15 minutes. This part, JB, I don't think that Alicia and her fiance are going to get married. No. It just seems like they have a routine and like they both have the attitude of if it ain't broke, then what we fix it. And I don't see the problem with that. If they don't go sit down. 40s, maybe my age, 41, 42. She said, I'm a doctor early on. Stop playing with Dr. Jen, y'all. Stop playing. We love our smart people. Alicia's husband looks a lot older than her. It is so obvious. He does look much older than her.
To me, that gave, because he owned all the restaurants and the pizzerias, and it just gave me that, she latched on for financial gain. That's what it gave me. I'm sorry.
Lord help us. She said, no, Alicia's 41. I thought she was in her 50s too, how she looked.
Same here.
Trying to be nice.
Me too, but it's hard.
Let's just say he was knocking boots with the young. I love Kevin Reynolds. I cannot. We are the same age. So she's 42, Alicia, but she looked 50s and 60s. Yeah, you do. You look like you're in your early,
you look young, yes.
30s at that. Keep up with it, girl.
You like you was in high school with us.
Right. She could have been in high school with us, actually. Literally. I love it. Rosie gave subliminal nice nasty, not a girl's girl. Oh, yeah, that was clear. We're going to get into Rosie because, my God, not on an NFL. Bob and Rob. Who listens to that podcast? Pick me.
A whole lot of people. The Philippines get syndicated.
They're syndicated?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then Robin don't need the check. Let her stay on her podcast.
I agree.
Because if she comes back on here, I can see people not wanting to listen to it if Robin do or say some fuck shit. And you know that Robin will do or say some fuck shit, not the Hulk. Y'all can't stand her. She is indeed an aggressive Black woman. I am hollering. The disdain for Robin, though, I don't see anyone who's a fan of her. Really? It seems like even the podcast watchers are there for Giselle.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they bring her back, but okay, bravo. I call Robin that because of her name and Boy Wonder and Batman and her being a sidekick. Y'all better go subscribe to JB Says What? Because you said what? I'm here for it. I am here for it. Hi, DM Rocks. Happy
Hi, DM
Friday to
Rocks.
you. Rosie is my favorite.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
please explain why.
We are going to get into that. Not the cover, James. Hey, twin. What up, James? Hello,
Hi,
Shani.
Shani.
Hello, Tariq, and hello to Shani's sister, if your family is all there. How y'all
Yes.
doing? My East Coast family that ain't met me yet, but they know they're my family. Yes, James, I agree with you. Alicia attached herself to her husband for financial gain. She is pretty much a gold digger. I'm just saying. Kevin, I'd like to expand upon your statement and say most of the women on this cast did give that, with the exception of maybe one or two. They kind of all gave
I
that.
would say the exception of Joe Ellen and Rosie. We don't know the one in the middle between
That bachelorette couple also.
in the Bachelorette couple.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think her name's
Yeah.
Ashley, and I haven't watched The
Ashley.
Bachelor since like 2004. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have not kept up with that. My mom used to like it, so I was forced to watch it. But I'm grown and I pay my own bills, and I have my own house and TV now, so I don't have to watch that shit. I used to hate The Bachelor. They drag Rob about sinners,
As they should have, because that was stupid of her to even say.
child, as they should. That shows you she doesn't understand the culture. But there's something in the Black community we used to call Uncle Tom's, house niggas, things like that. Robin also gives that. Yeah, I don't mind Rosie either. The ones I don't like, I'm probably not going to lie to y'all. I'm probably going to be reminded of it as I go through the episode, because I'm still getting to know these people, and my brain is like, but I wasn't disliking Rosie thus far the first episode either. I can see why a lot of people would, but I think a lot of people, I think it's too soon to even like really like love or dislike anybody. Yeah, they are some straight gold diggers.
I mean,
Chasing that eggplant emoji.
I mean, she was. Let me tell y'all, Joe Ellen is on the prowl. When I tell you, she don't give no loyalty, no fucks. Anytime you steal your sister's man,
You are not to be trusted.
you are not to be trusted. I don't like Joe Ellen either, but you know,
we are going to move it along though into the second person we meet, which was we go from Providence, Rhode Island to Cranston, Rhode Island. Now, the reason they're showing all of these cities, which they don't always do, like in Potomac, we just see Karen's house, this house, or whatever, is because, again, Rhode Island is so fucking small. That's why I still find it strange a show is there. But we meet Dolores's twin, Liz. Her home is beautiful, but I don't like, how do I put this?
it's very
if I'm
medieval.
rich as hell, I don't want to see my neighbor when I'm in my pool. They could just see each other right over. I get that they were trying to get that view of the water at her house, but her house was beautiful nonetheless. They have no privacy, but it's nice. But Liz has a husband named Gary or Jerry, whatever the hell his name was. They met in a bar, and she made some comments that concerned me. She said they're a little related according to ancestry. I'm like, wait, so you related to your husband and y'all stayed married? Why? Okay, people put cats on leashes. That is a thing. But why was your husband cleaning cat shit out the carpet? The cat don't use the litter box? Like, clear people are strange. I wish my cat would. That little nigga would be evicted and walking the streets of North Oakland.
I just have one comment. So I just want to ask people, are we dragging Liz the same way we dragged Mary Cosby?
Liz? No,
I mean, not
we're
Liz.
not, because she's not married to a grandfather and says that she did it on ancestry. Mary Cosby knew who she was marrying and still did it. We are not dragging her the same by any means, but it is strange. Tell us how you're related. And then once we know that part, then I can know whether to drag her or not. But yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm dragging.
Never tell anybody you're related to your husband, because
yes.
What? In the trailer, let me be quiet before I get canceled.
I mean, it's not illegal to marry your first cousins, y'all. It's not illegal.
Just because it ain't illegal don't mean you should do that shit.
Hell, I'm just saying. I'm trying to.
Is that no shade? But things like autism have become more prevalent in this country.
Yes,
it's not all just from having children later in life and things like that. I'm like, is this why? Because people's DNA is crossing.
That's what they're saying in biology. They're saying that y'all better do y'all ancestries because a lot of y'all are marrying people you're related to, and that's why conceiving is hard.
Oh, child.
Yes.
I actually believe that. I
No, it
thoroughly
is.
believe that.
Yeah, I wish I could cite the source that said it, but yes, because I don't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, they're saying a lot of that is because yeah, you maybe which
I
listen.
believe it. I believe it. There, so Liz, not much happened with her with our intro to her. She's pretty chill. She's our connector to Dolores. Her husband had 3 kids when she met him. She met him years and years ago when she was younger, had never been a mother, anything like that, and got right into parenting and things like that. But they are prevalent and get their money because she and her husband own and are responsible for the first legal cannabis dispensary in New Jersey. Just because it's at the Cannabis Club doesn't mean it's good. I still encourage everybody to go to the Middle East or to come to California to smoke weed. Why? Because we have the actual climate to grow it. And I've been to cannabis clubs outside of California, all over the country when I'm traveling. Y'all smoking bullshit, straight Bama, and don't even know it. And paying 45 plus for your eighths, which is crazy. Not to get all ratchet on everybody. I'm also going to take this moment to highlight Shayo, Stacy Rush's brand, as well as Happy Eddie. Why? Because they are Black-owned cannabis brands. Marijuana is a huge part of systemic racism in the Black community, specifically towards African-American and low-income neighborhoods. Now they've made it legal, and they actually have made it difficult systemically for people of color to own dispensaries. So whenever you see someone of color that owns a dispensary on television or in person, if you're able to, give them a hard time because they are only 3% of an industry that attacked them for years and years and years. Not to give a history lesson. I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you said that because the thing about it is that people were, especially the cast members of Real Housewives of Potomac, were downing Stacey for her cannabis line and trying to make it difficult for her and trying to make it some ugly competition between her and Wendy. And I didn't like that. I felt like that is so sad. I'm like, she could start that business the same way Eddie started his. We need to be congratulating because more people of color should go into business for it and should band together and do it instead of y'all trying to do it the, continuous legal way, which is selling it, out of your car and shit. Y'all need to, start businesses and start racking in on this crazy selling business that, is taking America by storm. You're going to be the next Amsterdam.
That's the truth. That is the absolute truth. We got cafes in Oakland. I could just smoke at home, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my pothead subscribers. I suppose. I'm still hollering at him, calling her a peen chaser. Jo Ellen is wild. She's going to be probably a good amount of this conversation. And I did see Robin get dragged for centers, but it didn't surprise me. She's not what Garcelle say, not all skin folk, kin folk.
Yep.
Remember that, y'all. Liz, never tell anyone about y'all being related.
She's not smart. One thing I'm gonna say about Liz, she's not smart at all. It is very much, clouded judgment up there. It's very clear. Yes.
It is clear. She said Robin is a ditzy bee in the words of Karen. She is. She is. Oh, Liz, you mean Bronwyn with all them dogs? Child. They had their cat on this episode, Shani. The cat took a shit and they showed her husband. That's how we got introduced to him. Bent over on that carpet trying to clean the cat shit. Cats use litter boxes even when they go outside. My cat was outdoor for the first 11 years of his life until I got paranoid and moved back to Oakland and said, you can't go out there. But he used the litter box even with that. Like, I don't know, but y'all know, like, colorless people do things differently. Like, colorless people, you see they cats on kitchen counters and shit. My cat does not jump on the counter, knows not to. Okay? He won't even try. He knows not to. So, what can we do? She said hillbilly stuff. Wait, somebody married to their cousin? Yes, girl, they might be. A distant cousin.
I mean, we don't know if it's, but that's the only alternative. We know it's not an aunt, uncle, sibling. So, what are the other options? She ain't married daddy. Yeah, so what else could it be?
I don't know. I have watched. There's a Netflix documentary on that dad who was going to sperm banks and working in sperm banks, spreading his love all over the world. And now there's like 300 plus people that are siblings. And it was one of the couples found out they were like related and had to go to therapy to figure out how to stay married and stuff. I said, no, y'all can't stay married if y'all sip. But you know what? Colorless will do what they do. I had a cat for 14 years. Yep. I used to work at Petco and help people to teach them how to train their cats to use the toilet. He said that litter box was Chernobyl. PTSD. You can train your cats to use the restroom. People don't like to hear this, but cats, if you look at the list of the smartest animals, elephants are at the top. Then there's some other shit in between that. And right under that is cats. They have the same number of neurons in half of their brain that humans have in all of ours. So cats are actually highly intelligent, which is why dogs are more likely to follow your commands and orders. But dogs are also intelligent, but not as smart as a cat. I'm just saying, cat lover here. Shout out to Stacy, Shael, and Happy Eddie. Absolutely, absolutely. She said, I slip a gummy from time to time.
You know, I'm actually going to, that's actually one of my goals for this year. I actually want to try that. I actually want to try it.
Negro, don't you?
I'm not going to do, no, I'm not going to
struggled
smoke.
with the devil's lettuce now. James,
I know I did, but
and be like, I don't like it.
I don't like it. No, I always wanted to try, because I've had edibles before, but I want to try the gummy. I've never tried a gummy. I want to try a gummy one time.
Do you want to do a CBD gummy where you get the relaxation and the pain away, or do you want to be high?
Oh,
call me before you try it.
I didn't know there was a difference between the two. Okay, I need to
call me, James Jackson. Call me before you do that, or call your brother. I don't want to say his name on here. Call me or your brother.
No, I'm gonna get.
But actually, call me, because the way you say your brother spoke, call me.
No, I didn't realize that there was a difference. Okay, I need to do more research before I actually do it.
There's tinctures, there's dabs, oils, there's lotion that you could put on.
No, I've done the lotion. No, the lotion I have done. The lotion and the body wash and the bath salt. The bath salt. I've done all of those. I just have not done the consuming stuff. Yeah, I just haven't consumed.
Start low. I'm gonna just start with the lowest dose they offer, which I think is like 5 mgs with edible, and then eat half of the gummy and then come back to it an hour later and then eat the other half.
Okay.
Thank me later. Don't do like I did when I started playing with edibles. I had bought a bag of gummies, ate the whole thing. I felt great that afternoon.
No, I'm gonna try it. I like, that's something, you know. I'm about to be in the later part of my 30s, y'all. I'll be 36 this month. And there's a lot of things that I have not done that I really would like to do. That actually was one of them.
I mean, we'll be in New Orleans. You need me to pack one up for you?
Yeah.
Because I could get it through TSA. Don't call me, y'all. I'm just kidding. She said, yes, Joellen married her sister's ex-boyfriend. It was mentioned this episode. Yes.
Terrible.
I know, but James had mentioned she was like married from Salt Lake City, but it was actually Bronwyn. Oh, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Because of the animals. That makes sense. I see what Shani said.
Oh, okay. I got you. I was going to say, I don't know how.
Kiwana, I've been seeing you in lives on and off and comments from you on YouTube, from people we mutually.
Just watch the episode. Just watch it. Just watch it and just like, you got to watch it for yourself, because like a lot of people have different responses to it, surprisingly. But I thought it actually was, it looked like it has a potential to be very solid. Like this could be.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think because it's an all colorless cast, though, a lot of the Black viewership is going to be like, should we? Because of, you know, Bravo's history. But it does seem good. And I feel like they'll stick to their drama instead of other stuff. But give it a try. My dog know to stay out the kitchen, right? Black people do not play about our pets. We're not about to have our pets around where we eat, around where we bathe. Like, none of it. Remember, we saw dog shit. I'll never forget.
Oh my God,
and she just left it there. Like,
yeah, she's nasty. That's just nasty. I would never go to her house.
Whenever I see people with pets that just leave their pet shit around, I assume that they're the people who don't always remember to flush the toilet in my brain. I don't know why my brain goes there, but my brain goes there. Because I used to have a coworker that never flushed. And it used to bother me. She'd be like, well, it's better for the environment. You know, California with these crazy colorless liberals. If we don't flush, bitch, I don't want to smell and see your yellow ass pee. You need to drink more water and there's too many leukocytes in your pee. You got to figure it out. Lord. But, you know, people be doing that. They do. They do. Don't. Okay, I'll be good, James. I'm so tired tonight. I fell asleep on everything. Shani, you work hard. You work hard. I hope that you're not working tomorrow. It seems like you usually work on Saturday, but I hope you get some rest tonight. Yes, my cat was easy to train. I personally prefer cats over dogs. I do as well. I don't have to walk it. I can leave and it feed itself. I don't have to do the most with cleaning it, like flea and tick prevention. And that's about, I mean, it's simple. Simple. It's different varieties. Yep, which strain. Yep, which strain of THC does matter. Like, I don't like sativas because I don't like feeling awake or like I'm tweaking, and that's what sativas does for me. She said Rome has some good gummies.
This is already overwhelming.
I'll help you. Do not do Delta 8 or 9. That is not real weed. That is only seen in states really outside of California where it's not fully legal. That should be having people tripping. I had some of that in Hawaii. Mind you, I smoke every day. Like, I'm really where you from? Oakland, smoking, like the song says. James will tell you that Delta shit fucked me up. I said, never again. I want real THC, not the lab grown shit, because that's all the Delta stuff is. It does come in flower as well. It comes in lots of places. Look, Shandy's warning you, do not eat the whole gummy if it's your first time. Look at the game in the comments. Look at them helping you. Thug life.
Child, I'm already nervous to do it. It may not happen this year now.
It will. I'm going to pack it up. And then if you don't do it, I'm like, I done broke the law to get this to you. If my dog have an accident because she's small, I mop the entire up, not the whole upstairs. Shandy said one accident. But dogs having an accident makes sense. It's the owners who need to clean up. They just do. She said, I need a sativa all day, every day. Girl, I love me an indica. If I do a sativa, it's going to be a hybrid. I need both. But I prefer indica, probably because I smoke so much and it's the heaviest high that it don't be putting me to sleep. My husband be looking at me like, damn. For better or for worse, for sober or for high, whatever you want to call it. But we get into Liz. Liz is next. Child.
We just did Liz.
No, I thought we did. Oh no, we did go over Liz. Liz meets with Kelsey. That's why I'm saying she
yes.
said.
Okay.
Kelsey, I'm reading my own notes wrong. That's why he is here. Kelsey, as you guys just went over, is dating a guy that Liz went to school with. So Kelsey is younger. Kelsey's only 31 because they had said it at some point in this episode. She's younger. She's cute. All of these good things. And I'm looking like Kelsey seems rich because she showed us her house. It was beautiful. She says she has 4 kitchens, 79 televisions, a theater room I saw in there, a sitting room, pool, backyard. She has a beautiful property. Beautiful. But it's not her house. This is her boyfriend's house. So I'm thinking when we first met Kelsey, she's rich. And she says that her boyfriend allows her not to work. So she's lived kind of a princess lifestyle for 10 years. She got with her boyfriend when she was 19. She says they was making out for hours and then just kept dealing with each other. She's now 31. They're still together. She tells us he travels half of the year, which makes sense for rich people. They got to move around to get their money. But her boyfriend is in Miami half of the year. Now, ordinarily, I'd be like, that's your boyfriend and you don't have kids and you don't work. So why aren't you with him in Miami for half of the year? That was my first question. If I have a man and I don't have a job and my man pays for my life, why am I not traveling with you everywhere you go? What's the West Oakland bitch, the song Back Shots on a Balcony? That's what she should be doing. Quite literally. But she's at home in an empty ass house alone. And this is where we learn that she is in an unorthodox relationship, she says at first, because I think we were all wondering, you've been with this man for 10 years and he's still just your boyfriend? I mean, hell, we met Alicia. She's been with her man and engaged for 9 years, but she's been engaged for 9 years. At least he tried to take that step to commitment. Kelsey has not taken that step. And I said, now what do we have here? Turns out she is in an open relationship. Her man, she says, when he spends his time in Miami is with someone else. He's dating other people or another person. And when he's in Rhode Island, he is dating Kelsey. It's given this nigga don't care about none of the girls he dates and just wants a piece of pussy everywhere that he goes or owns a house. That's what it's given to me. Because if a man loves you, it don't matter if he's rich, poor, or anything. He gonna be with just you. So she is going to be interesting on the show because she's talking to Liz and she's like, I'm getting to a point where I want some commitment. I'm alone all the time. This worked for me when I was 19 and 25, but now I need more. What more? I mean, you're just now thinking about substance? This bitch is delusional. You must be delusional. You must be delulu. I'm singing Drusadora for those who don't know. Her album was really good. But, how do you feel about Kelsey before we move forward, James? And I'm hollering. She said it's giving Portia and Simone without that 15-minute marriage just 11 years later. Okay.
So I feel like Kelsey is very smart but fucking stupid.
Yes.
Because one, there is no way I'm going to be with a man for 11 years and I don't at least get the house I'm living in and the Maybach that I had the driver driving me in. That is fucking stupid. Because it's a smart plan. It really is. You live your life. You don't got to work. You get to chill in your pool every day. You got money and everything. And it's a great life. But motherfucker, fuck all that. I need this house in my name. Sign that deed over to me. If you want this box, it come with a price. Let me have my house. Let me have the Maybach and the Range Rover or whatever the fuck I saw in the driveway. I need to have that. I need to keep all 79 of my televisions. I need all this furniture. I need all of this. I need everything in my name.
Not all 79 of your televisions.
I need everything in my name. You can do what the fuck you want to do. I don't care because it seems like it's a nice life. And while he out doing his shit, I will be out doing mine too. So yes, like I'm sorry, Kelsey's smart because it's a nice. It is that house was immaculate. She's
not smart. Every gift part. That man, me and my husband was watching this, James. I said, every time that man give her a stack of cash to spend, she better take the change or whatever she have left and put it in as many shoe boxes as she needs to, rip a hole in the mattress, whatever you got to do, girl. But she better be saving or at least getting gifts in her name. Because you're not even a fiance. He could leave and be like, well, my girlfriend in Miami wasn't tripping, so why are you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, there's no way I would be with this man 11 years and ain't shit in my name. There's absolutely. And now, unless she clarified later in life or later in the season that everything is in her name and that there's no strings attached, she can go at any time, but I'm keeping what I have, then fine. Then I'm gonna say she real smart. But I have to say she's smart, but she fucking stupid because she didn't say none of that in this. She said it was his house, his shit.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yes.
And he probably got you there because the house is safer with somebody in it while he's away for so long. Like, this man is not stupid. I did watch What Happens Live, and she had also said that the guy, oh, why is my thought running away from me as I'm saying it? I hate when this happens to my brain, y'all. My thought ran away. I lost my train of thought, but she said something on Watch What Happens Live that was insane. I'll remember. Oh, he's a huge Housewives fan, but he doesn't want to be shown on TV. You saw how they blocked out his face in every picture and every.
So it was funny because I saw that clip too. Now, y'all have to roll with me on this one. Because when you say a man's a big Housewives fan, he does not want to be shown. It's one of two things. He either is married or he is gay.
I agree. Or maybe his business. A lot of people don't want to be affiliated with this show because it can be frowned upon on their business. But I don't feel like that's the case for him because Stacey's here with no problem. And Audi USA and Audi International, because her husband's the CEO.
It's the CEO, yes.
They're okay with her being on the show. But
unless the shit is illegal. Unless the shit is illegal. But because to me, yeah, because Timo came on here for Stacey. Being in his highest position. Yes. So I'm sorry. to me is no excuse anymore because there's a lot of confidentiality clauses I'm sure Timo had to sign. So yes, I'm sorry. There's something more on the T with him than she's not. But as I said, my impression of her is that she's very smart because that's a nice way to attain a lifestyle. But you're fucking stupid if you ain't putting shit back just in case this motherfucker find the one somewhere out there between here and Miami.
She also gives insecure because you won Miss Rhode Island. I would never accredit that to a man. You won that on your own. You did the work and all of that. He may have encouraged you to do it, but it sounds like you didn't have nothing else to do if you didn't do that. But don't put your win and your successes on your husband. Yes, they can support us through stuff, but celebrate your own success, girl. But we'll see what happens with
that
her.
house will be in my. I'm sorry, that house will be in my name before. Like, there's no way I'm 11 years in that relationship and that house ain't in my name. I'm sorry, not happening.
Well, she let it happen, child. She said my friend ate a whole gummy once at work and was stuck all day. I don't know or remember any of these chicks' names. It's gonna take a while to learn them, Shani, especially because they all look the same. It's like someone just copy and paste it like you're doing when you're making a graphic or something. Like they all look the same. Kelsey reminds me of Tinsley from Housewives of New York. She did. I didn't care for Tinsley. So there's that. But she does. What the hell is she going to do with 79 TVs? I'm like, is cable in each room? I know Comcast was tired setting up the cable in that house because
no, that house was huge. That house was a big ass. That house was damn near a castle. I'm like, the fuck? Why do you?
She said her bedroom's in another zip code. I said,
yeah,
girl. Mm-hmm. Kelsey is who Ashley Darby preach. JB,
you better speak a word. When I tell you, Ashley thinks that she this lady.
Ashley had to ask Michael for everything, and the only reason Michael started to do more for Ashley is because she had them kids. Ashley is not the flex that she thinks she is, and someone needs to figure out her forehead.
I wonder what this man looked like then, because to me, I couldn't tell. He looked
hard, dark, and handsome, but I don't buy it. But some of these ladies would also view themselves as beautiful with the work they've had done, and that's a lie. So everyone's beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's not even really her man. It's not.
It's not. But at the same time,
and he got other people, you're sharing him. It's like a Nick Cannon situation.
Like I said, I bet I got to have security because anytime he can come home and say, get the fuck out. And what is she supposed to do but get the fuck out? That's why I said, I need that Maybach, I need that Range Rover, and I need this house by name. Because you ain't finna come home one day, look at me and say, okay, I don't want you no more.
It does seem like Kelsey wants to leave him, but can't because nothing's in her name and she's not going to have this lifestyle. It did give that.
Yeah.
Dr. Kevin saying to Dr. Jen, I thought the exact same thing. Thought I heard it wrong. Oh, Lord. It's giving Portia and Simon. I've seen that. I've seen this too. I'm okay with open relationship if everyone is on the same page. Listen, some people like open relationships and what is it called? Polygamy, polyamory, things like that. However, it doesn't look like they're on the same page because she says she wants something different and he's thinking that they're still in the space that they were. It sounds like she and this man were on the same page for 11 years. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's only wanting monogamy because the TVs are around, because she obviously cares very much how people perceive her relationship.
Or she's at that age where, because she's 31, right? She's probably at the age where all of her friends are probably getting married and having kids and shit. And here she is in this unconventional situation. So it's probably something that's hitting her where she wants it, but I don't think he don't want to give it to you, baby. Because if he ain't give it to you in year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he ain't giving it to you in 10, 11, or 12 either. So, you know,
it don't take people long to know what they want.
So
knowing what they want. The heck is that little fly? It's kind of given. I gave you 11 fucking years of my life, and you leaving me for a white woman. Quite literally, that is what's happening. If this show is a success, this can be her exit plan. James says this often on Housewives that come new. Bronwyn was one he said this about, and he was right about. Like, a lot of women sign up for this show as a way out, as an exit plan, because it probably appeases the egos of these rich men because they're on the show off the strength of their names, but they're also able to collect the check and not have to spend it unless you're Dorit, you know. There's that. Remember, she also said his family comes from money. Timo, that's why he was limited. Save the cute coin. She was just an investor. Huh. Is her boyfriend part of the mafia out there? Not the mafia. They have that, do they? I'm not from the East Coast. We have Asian mafias on the West Coast, but we don't really have like.
No, there's mafias. See, the problem is they go to these states to retire, but they still have like a link or two, in the realm of like New York and everything. But yeah, there's still mafia.
Oh, Lord,
yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
From what I saw, his family is very big in Rhode Island. They found him and the Miami girlfriend. Oh, I knew they would. The Miami girlfriend, no shade, is probably the one he gonna keep. No shade.
Yep, absolutely.
Just with the lifestyle out there and how that works. Because I can't see nobody just sitting still in Miami. They all sound the same to me, twin. They look the same. They sound the same. As Kevin has said, Housewives of Rhode Island is a Housewives of New Jersey 2.0, 2.7 at this point. No, not Comcast. That house looked like it was wired by a Verizon field technician. She said they got the good shit.
Sure do.
Why you playing? A lot of people are in an open relationship without their knowledge. That part. If you don't have the passcode, know where they at, all that stuff, there's probably other stuff going on. I feel like that happens a lot with like the richer the man is. I be feeling like other stuff is going on. It sounds like she don't got no choice but to be on the same page or pack up and get out the mansion. Ain't nobody gonna be there to pick the seeds out your lemon.
Well, and that's the exact point. But see, the problem with that, Shani, is that to me, if I gave you 11 years, like Bernadine said, somebody I bet you put in the comments, if I gave you 11 years of my fucking life, that house is mine.
That's why it's smart to get married, guys, because you can say it's yours all you want. Ain't shit yours until you are legally tied to it. Other than that, you're just accepting a temporary gift.
And see, and that's the thing. Like, to me, I feel like, Kelsey, how do you know he really love you? Like, do you not have, like, yeah, he lets you live in his house, let you use his driver with the Maybach and everything, but how do you know he really love you? Like, in that span of 11 years.
I'm sure he does that for all the people he does business with. I'm sure the Miami chick is getting the same treatment. So there is nothing that differentiates her from
anybody
love
else
to being just like anybody else.
Yep.
Camille Grammer with an exit plan. I think Kelsey Grammer really caught Camille off guard. I think she thought she was going to come on TV and showcase this marriage. I do. I really do. But I also feel like she knew he had other people, but was just trying to stay with him. I feel like he kind of.
That's what I thought she was exposing.
His exit plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think this was his exit plan. Yep.
He seemed like he didn't want to be with her for a minute, and I can't blame him. So Rhode Island is up there next to Boston because that's what they all sound like to me. They did. It did not give New York, and it did not really give Jersey accent. It did give like a combination of maybe Jersey mixed in with the Boston accent.
Yeah.
But there's no accent like the Boston one. My goodness, the way them people talk. But Jo Ellen and her husband, Gary, go out together. We're just now kind of learning about Jo Ellen a little bit. People are describing her as the glue to the group because she knows everyone, which tells me she's the messiest.
Yep.
The glue is always the messiest person. I have learned that because they got to be dancing around telling everybody else business. Though we meet her husband, and this is where she tells us that her husband she went to high school with him. She was a freshman and he was older. Sounds like by a couple of years. When he was in high school, he was dating her sister. She even went back to show us a picture of her current husband with her sister. She said that she wanted him and she would go up to him and he wasn't paying her no mind, probably because he was with your sister. And she says that she chased this man for years and years until he was with her. Let me tell y'all something, heterosexual woman. It is not our job to chase men. It is the man's job to chase us. And I will continue to stand on that. We're not chasing these men. We're not. Let's change the lyrics to Kaya's song from don't trust no nigga to don't chase no nigga. You're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to come for us and not with gifts and all that high maintenance bullshit, but they should be calling us, checking in on us, asking us to go on dates, opening doors. Chivalry is not dead. You all just lowered your own standards, in my opinion. But I didn't like that. It wasn't really funny or entertaining. Jo Ellen also introduces herself and says that she's not able to ever hold a secret, which also told me you're messy as hell. and that all of her secrets she doesn't tell to bad people. She just tells them to her best friends, Liz and Kelsey. And she works in aesthetic sales, which is common on the East Coast, especially in Rhode Island, Connecticut, all of that. If you're not in pharmaceutical, medical sales, tech sales, something like that, I'm looking at you odd. There seems to be a whole lot of that on that side of the world. But that's pretty much our introduction to Jo Ellen. Did you want to add anything before we move forward? Because I didn't have much for her.
No, she just to me. Oh Lord, here them damn motorcycles come. No, but to me, Jo Ellen was one of those people. I will agree with you. She seems very messy, and for anyone who tells her a secret, y'all are crazy because this girl can't even hold water. Anybody who takes their sister man cannot be trusted, as we just said.
Preach.
And I feel like to me, and the fact that you made it your mission to get this man, even though he was with your sister, means you giving single white female.
Preach.
And I'm watching you. She was funny, but I'm watching her.
Honestly, I look down on everybody as a person, and I'm judging you if you tell me you're dating somebody who was with your sibling or a close friend. I'm looking at you weird. There are billions of humans on the planet. Okay, I am sure that she could have found another man other than her sister's man. And it makes it worse that she admits to chasing this man. It literally makes it that much worse. But okay, Jo Ellen, I guess you chased him down and he's happy. But we get to see Rosie, who is, it looks like she was on the news, the local news in Rhode Island. So she's somewhat local fame. She goes to Alicia's house, and we learn that Rosie is a Taurus. So Alicia says that she is very loyal. Which is true to Tauruses. If they pick you and choose you, they are loyal people. But Rosie's married to a guy named Rich. She hasn't been married too long. She used to be Rhode Island's weather girl, and now she has like a local little news segment or a show that airs, it looks like on YouTube and stuff like that. But Rosie is the one who makes us aware that Jo Ellen is the center of this girl group, and she feels like Jo Ellen does too much. She says that she's had trouble getting in with the group, and she says everyone was invited to Jo Ellen's house for an event. I guess it wasn't filmed. And at this event, apparently, Rosie caught Jo Ellen saying bad things about her, talking about like her husband, how she does her business, saying all these crazy things. And Alicia has known Jo Ellen since middle school, and it's like, oh, she didn't mean it. But I'm looking and I'm kind of like, why are y'all this way? Now, I know a lot of people felt like they didn't like Rosie, but if you go off of what we've seen so far, why was this person talking about you badly at the event that you were invited to? That's messy, and they should not have done that to her, and she has a right to feel away and speak about it. So we later see Rosie do like a little picnic show that's being filmed, and she's got charcuterie and stuff that's going to be served to the ladies. So everybody comes. Jo Ellen Shady Ass does show up, and she says that she's not a fan of Rosie. But I'm like, what has Rosie done to you? You're not a fan of her. Tell me why. She couldn't tell us why, y'all. So I'm like, what is your beef with this girl? I didn't understand it. I just did not understand it. How do you feel about Rosie with her introduction?
Very interesting lady. I felt like Jo Ellen was tripping because I'm like, okay, unless you're gonna expand on why you don't like her, that's kind of crazy that you would just come out and say that and then show up to her event. Because if you don't like her, what the fuck are you there for? So that's kind of what I was feeling. But the thing about Rosie is that Rosie gives me a very, very aggressive Karen, and I'm still watching her. That's how I feel.
You got Karen? How did you get that?
From Rosie?
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
The tears.
Just because somebody cries makes them a Karen?
No, it was the tears of like, because what are you crying for?
Because they were mean to her.
Was she mean?
They were mean to her. They literally bullied that girl and were mean to her.
So not Liz. Alicia and other old girl were mean to Rosie.
They were not mean to Rosie, but Jo Ellen definitely was, and they were not siding with her. She had a reason to cry. That
Because I
doesn't make
feel
her
like no, I
Karen.
don't feel like she had a reason to cry because she was asking business that wasn't hers. I look at it different. I looked at it differently. No, I
I
felt
mean,
she was a
yes,
Karen
asking business that's not yours and then you cry. I can understand why
because
you'd be
someone
like,
called
why
you
would
out
you
because
cry?
like it's like look, it's not my business
But
to kind of say that.
she had explained also in the scene that you're leaving out that she felt a way about being mistreated and that they were talking about her. So
But I didn't get
if
that.
that's what I based her tears off of, it didn't give me that she cried for any other reason outside of that. But that's why I say the first episode is too soon. I definitely think it's too soon to call her a Karen, the first episode. But yeah, I don't know. Just the way they introduced Rosie, I personally felt like Rosie did come in hot. And I do think that she is messy and ask things. But like she said, she was on the news. She wants to get to the bottom of stuff. She doesn't know much about the group. So she's asking them questions. And regardless of her tears, that doesn't make it okay for Joellen and her minions to have treated her the way that they did. I agree with Kevin's comment. She does give Amanda on Beverly Hills. She definitely does.
I don't know if I agree with that. But here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. If you wanted to know about Kelsey, then you should have invited her. That's how
That is
I
true.
feel. I
That
feel
is
like to me, I get where you're coming from. Believe me, I do see what you're saying. But to me, I kind of feel like in a roundabout way, it was messy. And when Joellen called that out,
But she didn't say she didn't invite
she didn't.
Kelsey. I thought Kelsey couldn't make it because the whole group was there except for just Kelsey. And she
No,
said
Liz.
she
No,
still,
Liz wasn't there, and
she said though in her scene before, she said, I'm still invited everybody because I'm not a mean person. So it sounds like people were invited, but not everybody showed up. That's what it sounded like. Because why would you? Because she did make it very clear the only reason Joellen was there is because she wanted to be nice and not exclude anybody. So I'm going to assume everybody was invited, but maybe that'll be a good reunion question. Did she invite her? Because if you don't invite somebody somewhere and then question it, that's weird. But also, a bitch that's in an open relationship like that and apparently is the talk of town in this small city, it kind of seems like everybody in Rhode Island, or at least in this group, has heard things about Kelsey. It seems like just only one person is calling them out. That's what it gave. But I don't know. I have to see more with the dynamic. Right now, it's looking like Joellen is a little bit of a messy
oh,
mean.
absolutely. But I don't know.
I'd rather focus on that instead of calling somebody a Karen before when someone has been mean. I think you should give her, before you just say she's a Karen, I think you should give her one more episode, just the one. Now, if this bitch cries in every single episode or every time somebody confronts her on something, I would agree. But based on what we were told and know so far, I can't agree with that at all. Whose comments did I miss? Oh, wait. Oh, right here. Would not be surprised if it comes out later that Joellen is a swinger. Anything is possible for her, because they were saying, somebody told a story about her working in a spa or somewhere years and years ago and then sleeping with the owner of the spa and his wife. I said, wait a damn minute. That's what we doing? Lord. The Joellen situation kind of gives Lisa Barlow her sister and John. It does. And I feel like it might be the same way. It's just Lisa ain't got no filter and pretty much showed she fucked her sister over. And I feel like Joellen was trying to like lessen the blow just a little bit. She said Joellen is the Sonia Marvin of Housewives of Rhode Island. Oh, Sonia. Is anyone going to watch their reboot on E? They got rid of Jill and moved in someone else. I'm not going to watch it, but maybe you guys are interested in the new reality show the OG RHONI Housewives will be on. My sister was on that Housewives boat that was here around the Super Bowl, and she got to meet a bunch of them and was saying that a lot of the housewives are actually friendly, and you can tell which ones in person are like off. But she had very good things to say about Dorinda. I thought that was surprising. And he got her pumping out them kids. I guess he was like, you chasing me for this dick, you gonna take it out when I give it to you. Shanny. love Shanny. Leave that girl alone with her 216 views. You see what I'm saying? They were bullying that girl and throwing major shade. Like right where she could hear and within ear reach. What are you doing, Joellen? You still working? You got a nice house. You claim you like it. But whenever people talk about I love to work, they're miserable. They are miserable. Agree as it relates to Joellen and Lisa Barlow. I think her beef with her is that she doesn't live in the right area.
That's stupid. If that's really a beef.
I could see them. This cast does give shallow enough to beef over that.
Like classism, yeah, they do.
I saw this comment. She gives Amanda. Yeah, Amanda has Karen moments, but I wouldn't give her full Karen yet. But she's still in her first season, and now she done come up talk about she's neurodivergent and all this stuff. So Amanda, just come correct with the reunion, baby. She was crying so quick because she also took that class back in the day. Yep, that they all take. Little white.
They all take it, yeah. But I just feel like for me, Rosie gave it to me more than anybody. That's just how I feel. Now, as I said, it might change. As I said, I'm going to give her a chance because she could come back to the other side. Sutton did it. So if Sutton can do it, Rosie can too. But I'm just saying for now, I just feel like it wasn't that deep.
You didn't call Sutton the Karen or any of the white housewives or Salt Lake City.
I did call Sutton the Karen.
For all their bullshit tears that they be giving. So I just feel like the white women, they do these tears.
I do call out the tears.
Until I see them do something like racial, I'm like, I'm going to stay away.
I'm fine. I feel like for me, no, I'm calling out the tears. I'm calling out the behavior. I'm calling out because to me, there was no reason for her to cry at all. There was no reason for her to get upset over someone saying, well, you need to ask her, and then all this, rigmarole of them going back and forth. There was no reason to cry. That's your event. Tell a girl exit stage left and get back into your little white Mercedes.
You're not gonna make it long on the show though. If every time something happens you cry,
yeah.
Stop giving a fuck about your tears, and you'll end up like Doris over on Beverly
exactly.
Hills. Shani, neurodivergent is basically a way to say that your brain works atypical or different from other people. So neurodivergent people, examples could be ADHD, those with Tourette's, those with autism, Asperger's, things of that nature. Amanda did not. I just saw that she is neurodivergent. She didn't explain how, but I can kind of see it in how she operates.
I can too, based on her delayed responses and also kind of blank space stares.
How you see her just looking.
Yeah, like how it's very like you see a ghost. Like, so I actually can see it too. Yeah.
I do see it with her, and she is proof that Forrest over on 90 Day, she is proof that you can be neurodivergent and work. But I'm going to digress there. Check into our 90 Day Fiance reviews on Mondays. We move forward from this, and the group, before we go back to the picnic on the beach, we see Ashley. She was on the Bachelor in Paradise. I guess there's all these different spinoffs now. She's been married for 6 years to a man that she met on the show. And she's new to Rhode Island. I don't have much to add right now for them. Would you like to add anything for them?
I don't, as far as like, they didn't really give much either. So it was one of those where I kind of feel like we're just hitting the surface of them because there's clearly some tension.
Yeah. We'll
Bunny
get to
came.
That but do you have anything to add on the introduction to them?
No.
Because there's still other scenes left.
Okay. I didn't know how you were doing it. Sorry. Go ahead.
I do it in the order of the episode like I always do. But everybody's prepping for the 4th of July. Juneteenth is coming up, y'all. That ain't my fucking holiday. And there's no freedom. There's no independence. There's none of that right now. So, yeah. If you celebrate 4th of July for anything outside of the food and the explosives, don't know. But they're preparing. Joellen's going to have a party. She rented a house in a nice area in Rhode Island. Joellen, you got some problems with your mama. It's giving, what was her name? Was it Danielle Cabral from Housewives of New Jersey the last season? The one who got in Jennifer Aden's face, who had the problem with her parents and her brother and her dad. They always bring someone on that has like issues with their parents. I alluded to that just because she said that she didn't have her mom as an example to learn how to be a mom from. And she said the only way she could get her mom to watch her kids for her is to pay her. That's crazy. Them is your grandkids. Them is your grandkids. Why do you have to pay your mom to watch your kids? That's crazy. And I have a mom that's always out there and stuff like that. But if I was to pop out a kid, I'd have a babysitter. It seemed like the people popping them out don't have babysitters and then be complaining. But I guess
my thing is, why not hire a babysitter?
Because people be having kids when they can't fucking afford it and then expecting the rest of the world to feel.
No, but Joellen got all kind of money.
I feel like because she's Italian, she doesn't want other people involved. I feel like Italians are big on family. But if you're saying that you couldn't learn how to be a parent from your parent, if you're going to pay somebody, just go pay the damn nanny service or whatever. I'm not paying my mama to watch nothing. Okay. I'm just not, but that's just me. But at her party, this is where Dolores comes in from the Housewives of New Jersey. And I genuinely believe Dolores was supposed to be a part of this cast. But I think that because at the time that this was announced, they were talking about potentially canceling New Jersey and it not coming back. Because New Jersey hasn't been on, y'all, since 2022. That was hella long ago. We're in 2026 now. Right. So the fact that they would even try to bring it back is baffling. But at this point, do a new cast. But Dolores is here. We learned that she is close with her twin lookalike, which is Liz. They have the same plastic surgeon. They have the same doctor. They have the same dentist. Doesn't surprise me. Apparently, Kelsey knows of Joellen from when she used to work at a tailoring salon and she was sleeping with the owner as well as his wife at the same time. Did anybody else catch that?
I caught it. I said, oh, wow. Okay.
God help us.
I said, y'all do a lot in that little ass state. I'm just saying. Because wait, I also saw that too. I was like, wait, hold the hell up. What?
Didn't make no sense.
None.
I found that to be crazy. I found that to be actually insane. Let me catch the comments before we move forward because we're almost done. People in Rhode Island are like the people in the north of Game of Thrones. They don't trust outsiders. People in Rhode Island have been speaking out against this show, kind of like we saw when Dubai happened. They said that these bitches do not represent Rhode Island and that half of them are not respected in Rhode Island and half of them are just known to be gold diggers with rich men. I said, oh, I guess Rhode Island is mad and choosing violence. My God, I thought y'all would just be happy your city's on the map or your state that is the size of the city. I mean, y'all think I'm playing. Look at Rhode Island. The Bay Area, California is probably bigger than that whole fucking state. Because, California, we could be like 5 states by ourselves. Lord help us.
Right, exactly.
So y'all better watch how y'all talk about Californians. And remember, we big part of this fucking economy. But, other topics. They say Ashley is the one who cries. I could see that, JB. I can genuinely see that. Because Ashley's husband, when he was in that coffee shop that they have, he wants to have life outside of influencing on the internet because it does not last forever. And you could say the wrong thing and people could just cancel you as a whole. That's why I will always keep my day job, and James too, child.
Yep.
But Ashley is concerned about her husband's happiness. She says she wants him to be happy. And apparently her husband is not happy because he wants their company to do well, which is a coffee shop. You don't open a coffee shop expecting to get rich and do well. Okay. You are not Starbucks. That will probably never happen again. You're going to need some investors, sir. You're going to need some investors. He is. And he's going to need further financial support. I believe that Ashley is the one who will cry a lot, though, JB, just based on how separated she was from the cast. And I could tell that when her husband was working out of that shop, she seemed like a little bothered and like she wants him to be around more. I was speaking about him working 100 hours a week. Like, that is absolutely insane. So I can see her crying a lot. She also gives me someone who doesn't know how to pay attention. I'm not going to go to my husband's job while he's serving customers, sit at the bar where our clients and customers are supposed to pick up their drinks from with a computer, gossiping about all of my fucking plastic injected friends. She's trying to explain shit to him, and he's like, Jane, order up. Oh no, just come on over here. He had to tell the client to go around her to get their drink. Bitch, you part owner too. That's your husband. If you don't pick it up and hand it to you, hi, I'm the owner's wife. Thank you so much for frequenting this. I'm sorry I'm in your way. Here you go. She's just like, yeah. And then we have this 4th of July party coming up. And I'm like, girl, let your man work. I mean, I'll be texting my husband and bugging him too at work, but not like that. Damn. What would you do, James, if you was still working at Starbucks?
Oh, girl.
And your partner came up there in the way and was trying to talk to you about all this shit. And you're just like, Stacy, your caramel macchiato with 4 extra pups is ready. Like, what?
Well, here's the thing. Because this has happened to me before. So I just feel like, one, there's a time and a place. That conversation couldn't have waited till he got home. Like, you really had to do that right then and there. To me, she's causing, if there are issues in their relationship, she's causing them because she doesn't know placement and timing. He is not in the position to hear a conversation about Kelsey, Rosie, and Liz and all of this. He's not in that.
He don't care.
He don't care right now. He trying to work and make sure the money. And then see, the thing about it is that's another thing. She talking about the money. She didn't want him to open this coffee shop. That was very obvious because she said, it ain't bringing in the money that we thought it was going to bring in. So I'm like, okay, so are we having money problems, or did you expect $1 million and it's only making you 250?
I think they expect it from being one of the more recent successful bachelor couples. I think they accepted that popularity to carry over into business. And it doesn't always work that way. There's a reason She by Sheree was charging us $75 for a cap. Okay? There's a reason the cap was $75. And if you wanted a t-shirt from She by Sheree, the Who Gon' Check Me Boo t-shirt that was like $100 and something dollars. Okay, there's a reason. Just because you're on television doesn't mean that things reflect. That's why artists that are popular be buying streams and stuff. Just because you got popularity doesn't mean it's going to translate into a successful business entity anywhere. It doesn't mean that, but hopefully they'll see that. Amanda made mention of being neurodivergent during Carlos King's interview on his YouTube. That's where I watched it at. I did watch her interview. I actually liked it and want him to interview more people that are like totally different from him, because I actually liked it a lot. And it proves me also, no matter where Amanda goes, she's gonna be Amanda, and that's what we want for TV. She crazy though. Yes, Dolores and that chick look the same in the face, and their boobs look the same. Kevin said you meant to say Housewives of New Jersey. He says Housewives of New Jersey last aired in 2024, not 2022. Was it 2024?
I don't remember. So
it might have been long ago. You're probably
feels like it was longer than that. Yeah, it feels like it was longer than that. But
because I started my channel, I think in 2022, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did. And I don't think Beverly or New Jersey aired until like, I think a year into my channel. So Kevin is probably correct. The husband was like, I'd rather make a low fat, no foam cappuccino than listen to these broads about their problems. Oh Lord. Okay, Kevin. I was like, huh? I was like, what? I got confused for a second, but y'all, I'm tired. My brain is not braining. But yeah, that's pretty much it with Ashley for the whole episode. Was there anything that you like really wanted to say about her or felt?
Oh, I said what I felt. I felt like, to me, you need to be more clear and precise, because Ashley, your husband in this situation, he looked stressed. He looked upset. He looked like he did not want to be on camera. He looked like he did not want this life. And here you is trying to secure some more money. It's just given that they over here trying to keep up with the Joneses. And it's funny when we see colorless people do it versus when Black people do it. So the same energy that y'all be giving Wendy about keeping up with the Joneses, I want y'all to give to Ashley too. If she start doing some shit she ain't got no business doing.
Yeah, because they clearly, if they had it like that, he would not be behind the counter making coffee.
Sure wouldn't. Not as an owner.
Barista would. Yeah. Like it's not often you see the owner of a coffee shop making the coffee.
And I could tell he took that training very serious, because he knew from a barista standpoint, I was one for 7 years. He did it exactly the way you're supposed to.
The coffee looked good.
It looked very good. I actually am very curious.
The color tell you a lot with coffee. That coffee did look good. If I ever go to Rhode Island, there's only 1% of Black people there, so I probably won't. But if I ever go there, I would definitely try His coffee, because I was looking at that. I love coffee. I said that should look good. I know
It
that'll
did.
win
I don't
coffee and
even like
stuff.
coffee, but I actually was like, oh, I was actually impressed. I said, oh,
When
okay.
Starbucks does what that man did when they're making your drink, because I be watching them, you be seeing all the black coffee ground coming out with it and all this other shit. I'm telling you, Starbucks ain't nothing but water that's caffeinated. I be telling people that I can't stand Starbucks. If I have to drink coffee and pick a chain, I will pick Phil's Coffee. I don't know if that's outside of California yet. I will pick Phil's Coffee. It used to be Pete's, right now, Phil's Coffee. That's all I could do. That shit, a sip, have me doing backflips, jumping jacks, running a mile around the lake twice. Like, it will have you doing the most. But we end the episode at the 4th of July party. Joellen was messy and immediately told Kelsey when she walked into this party about the conversation that was had at the picnic about her. Joellen, did you tell her that you brought up your friend first? Which was true. Because Joellen did bring up Kelsey and then was like, yeah, but she's figuring out this. Never mind. You could tell she was like, oh, I shouldn't have brought this up, and tried to be quiet, but she had already did it. But she tells her about the conversation had with Rosie, and Kelsey says she doesn't know why people question her relationship, which told me, because she said that plurally, not just referring to only Rosie, that people are speaking about your relationship. People, I don't care if you're Rhode Island, New York City, or San Francisco. If you're in a relationship like she's in publicly, people are going to talk about it because we're looking at you like the fool that you are for staying with the nigga for 11 years, not putting nothing in your name, and now not being able to walk away because if you walk away, you'll have nothing. And then I would also like to state, why are you just mad at Rosie? It seems like because she doesn't know Rosie, that is why she feels a way. But it also seems like she feels a way about people speaking on her relationship as a whole. But I feel like if she knew Rosie, maybe this would be less of a big deal. And something I do agree with that James said, and some of the people in the comments, you don't just go asking questions like that when you don't know people like that, especially if they're not around. It was odd, but Kelsey finally confronts Rosie about mentioning her relationship. And Rosie told her, I was responding and adding on to a conversation about stuff that I heard, but she threw Joellen under the bus because she said, but Joellen brought it up. Yes, Joellen brought it up, but you're not telling her, but she shut it down quickly, didn't want to talk about it, and wouldn't answer any questions about you. She was just like, nope, she brought this up. I felt like that was messy of Rosie. I do. Because if you are questioning this lady, saying stuff in your confessionals, and you're filming a TV show, stand on what you said and ask her yourself. Now she's in front of you, Rosie, and you can ask her about her relationship. But before she could even get to do that, or the conversation could go deeper, we see Joellen swoop in. Oh, it's time for sparklers. It's time for sparklers. And I'm like, you could have handed them a fucking sparkler and let them talk. But Joellen was very careful to separate them, which let me know that more probably happened that was not shown on camera that she may have said, because she did, in my opinion, move like she was guilty. But then at the same time, white people take the 4th of July seriously. She really could have just wanted them to do the sparklers and not wanted beef at the party. But it's hard to tell because I don't know these people. How do you feel about it?
I did agree with you. I did not like that Rosie didn't stand 10 toes down with, her question that threw Joe Ellen under the bus. I felt like I don't want to have to defend Joe Ellen like this because I feel like Joe Ellen is messy and her own is like aesthetic. So the fact that I have to now defend her is crazy, Rosie. Thank you for that. But I wish she would have just asked her flat out right then. Yeah, I'm curious about you. I'm here, and it's a small state, so I wanted to know, what's your situation unconventionally? Like, you man, he with you, he got somebody else. I'm nosy as well, so I would ask her the questions. But she right there, space and opportunity. That's how you take it. So I did feel like, to me, it was kind of like a scary move of Rosie to do it like that. With the whole Kelsey, I feel like how this is gonna play out is that she gonna beef with Joellen over this
Yep.
mess.
Yep.
And Kelsey, which like Stacey Rush said on Real Housewives of Potomac, I challenge you to be smarter than that, because yes, she brought it up in the conversation initially, Joellen did, but it wasn't to the extent to be messy. At least I didn't feel that way. I think it was on a different accord. But I would challenge Kelsey to be just a little bit smarter than that if you're gonna play this housewife game. Just
I
saying.
don't think Kelsey is that smart. And I'm saying that not just based on how she handled the situation, because I do like that you pointed out, like, it wasn't just, I think a lot of people pay attention to Rosie and stuff, but Kelsey's reaction matters just as much as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if a person that y'all don't know and you know that your friend has had friction with and has talked about that has upset this person comes to you saying something negative about your friend, take your time, investigate the matter if you can, and get to the bottom of things. Talk to both people first before you form your own opinion.
Right.
That's what I hope Rosie does. I don't think that Rosie will do that, but I do think that Rosie will be a pivotal part of this show. I also think that Joellen will be a pivotal part of this show. That was really it for the episode, but based on the cast we have now, just for a fun little idea or banter, who do you think in 5 years, if this show is still on TV, will still be here? I think Rosie will still be here. I think Joellen will still be here. And I also feel like Kelsey may still be here. But the rest of them I don't feel are interesting enough to, like, for me to care.
Okay, so the girl that's between Rosie and Kelsey, we haven't met her yet, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm
or Hula something. She was on Watch What Happens Live.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand to her face for now because I'm trying to look at all of these women and see. I do agree with you about Rosie and Joellen. Kelsey, I'm on the fence with.
It depends what happens with that man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I said baby.
I say okay. So I'm with you. Okay, I'm glad we eye to eye. So okay, so I'm iffy about with Liz. I see Liz being here to the end.
She's
I feel
the
like
Karen Huger, Nene Leakes. You could tell she's the OG. She's older than everybody.
No, I was gonna give her the Dolores title. I feel like she's gonna move the way Dolores moves on New Jersey, where if there is gonna be friction and this cliques are gonna be split between Joellen and Kelsey, I feel like she's going to be in the middle and kind of playing both sides. I see her doing that. I don't see Alicia making it. And actually, I'm gonna say the same for Ashley. I don't think Ashley's gonna last either.
I don't either. I don't.
Yeah.
At all. Because reality TV when you're dating is different than reality TV when you're just on reality TV. She doesn't know anyone. She's not connected to anyone. And her husband, they seem okay. It just seems like money and things may be an issue. I wouldn't give Ashley past season 2 or 3. Yeah. I don't think she'll make it that far at all. But I definitely agree with Alicia going. For some reason, she gives Deshaun Snow season 1, where it's like, okay, you're coming at us with this relationship. You've not given us much else, but then you're also kind of boring. But we also know your relationship ain't all together as you try to make it seem. She's giving Deshaun Snow. Bless her heart.
Yes, bless her heart. Yeah, because I don't see her lasting. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna see Ashley and Alicia go. And then Rula, we don't know yet, so I'm not gonna give her, a title.
I'm curious because whenever someone's not in a premiere, they're either a big part of the rest of the season.
Yes.
Or they're just not ever gonna be the biggest part of anything.
Or she has the biggest scandal.
Yep.
That's what it is. She might have the biggest scandal of everybody, and that may determine how she handles it. Will determine my decision.
Because a lot of the clips showed Rula into it with several different people when I was watching the trailer thingy.
But I do have a question for you though, because it's funny. I thought you would ask this question. Do you think Dolores is needed?
No. I don't think Dolores is needed on this show or New Jersey.
It's funny Dolores. You didn't mention Dolores at all, and I thought you would have at the end part because she was
there, but she didn't really give. I mean, we could talk about Dolores. Always bring up something if it's something you want to discuss on the live.
No, I was just asking in general.
But I just didn't feel like Dolores gave anything. Dolores came onto New Jersey late.
Yeah.
if this was like Teresa or like Karen or like someone bigger, fine. But I just didn't feel like Dolores gave enough or much
It
in this
didn't give.
episode.
I feel like she was not needed. I feel like we were curious enough about Rhode Island enough to where, because they made Dolores seem like this was about to be her spinoff and it was going to be her centerpiece. And to me, I honestly forgot Dolores was even there until they kept showing her as Liz's friend. And I was like, okay, are we going to keep doing this? Like,
because they're showing her as Liz's friend because that's the only person who she's friends with. Like, Dolores ain't out here just hanging out with these young millennial housewives. Kevin Reynolds, I missed your comment. I apologize to you. Kevin Reynolds said, I love coffee. Hashtag Dunkin' Donuts because of my grandmother who managed. Oh, wow. A few wind chills in LA. It's kind of cool. I've only had Dunkin' Donuts coffee once and it was good. Just tasted like liquid sugar. That was my only problem.
I don't think I had coffee from them, but I had a flavored drink of something, like a strawberry something from Dunkin'. I don't like their donuts too much, so
I never hear nobody talk about Dunkin' Donuts donuts. Everybody always talks about their coffee. So obviously the coffee is where it's at. JB says Rula has a big storyline and scandal. It looked like it from what they showed for what's to come for the season. She was in every scene that looked entertaining. So I'm sure
Rula, so you might be my favorite this season. You might be my favorite this season because so far my favorite right now on the first episode basis is the messy Joellen over there. That's so far she's my favorite.
I can't say I have one yet. I'm still warming up to these women and getting to know them.
I like the messy.
I feel like Joellen will be good for the show. Pretty much the people I thought would last, I do think would do well on the show and will do well for it. But yeah, I don't have a favorite yet. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't really care for any of them, but they entertained me, if that makes sense.
That's what I was only entertained by Joellen, Rosie, and Kelsey. Everybody else, I was like.
And you know what's sad? Kelsey's storyline, not unique. Joellen's storyline, not unique. Rosie, not unique. So I'm kind of like,
oh no, Kelsey's storyline will be unique if that man come back and evict her.
And then we also know that Kelsey has a boyfriend in addition to her boyfriend.
That's why I'm saying I need to know more. That's what I said, Kelsey. But hell, I would too though. You finna go and get somebody else. I'm finna go and get somebody else, but I'm not leaving my house.
I wonder if she ever has the other boyfriend at the other boyfriend's house because the other boyfriend. Like, are you using his driver to pick up you and your side nigga? Like, I need to know.
Yeah, that's what I said. I have questions. That's what I said. Kelsey's entertaining to me because of what we don't know. And I don't think she's going to put it on this show because she ain't trying to leave. I wouldn't want to leave that house either. So, yeah.
Kevin over here thinking about coffee. He said a large Dunkin' Midnight. Not he know the name. With 4 swirls of French vanilla and 1 cream.
I need to go get me something to eat because I ain't going to work tonight. So I need to go.
You're not?
We ain't got no sugar.
So do you have to show up and then they send you home? No. Tesla used to do that to Josiah when the line would be down. They would still make them show up. Do you know what Tesla used to make them do? Clean. I was like, excuse me? They have you doing what? They would not let them just have a day and go home. 12 hours are what people are required to work in a minimum shift there. I said, you got them on their hands and knees cleaning. The line went down on Christmas and they had people there cleaning. Just wiping down the wall, wiping down shit they're not even supposed to wipe down. I said,
no, she said, no. My supervisor said, no, don't even bother coming because there ain't no sugar still. So I said, okay. It'll be there, man.
Whoever the factory manager is, like the big boss, they about to get in trouble because there's
the AJ show is because we ran out of water.
Inventory.
We ran out of water Tuesday. So the hell. Yeah, now we got a sugar today.
Okay. Well, as long as my friend get paid, I'm not protesting. Because what? That's good for you. James works nights. He was injured for a few months. For those who are unsure of why I'm discussing it like that, he fractured his knee. Now, you just don't want to injure your knee in any way. I have a torn meniscus, and it's taken me like 2 years now, and I'm still struggling with it. Physical therapy has not helped me. They say I don't have like cartilage left in my knee barely. I did used to dance professionally, y'all, so my knees are tore up. I was a ballet dancer with the Oakland Ballet. did all sorts of crazy shit, was a cheerleader, being thrown into the air and dropped by Trent coming at him. He did drop me and I had an injury from that, but it's hard to injure your knee and it's hard to work night shifts. So we will
Why
continue
do I
to
feel like I
uplift
know
you.
who you're talking about?
Trent, the big ass gay Trent. Trent.
Oh my gosh! Yes, yeah. I remember him now. Okay, I had to think. I was like, I know that name, but where do I know it
I think
from?
he subscribes to this channel too. Yeah, he dropped me. I was a cheerleader with him and Crystal at that time.
Oh my
Dropped
goodness!
my ass.
Shout out to Trent. I had classes with him and everything. Trent, if you watch it, I did not mean to forget you like that. I am so sorry. Shout out to you. You were a good one. I liked you.
Everybody likes Trent. He's still doing
Yes.
pretty well in life. He's a sweetheart. Shout out to everybody I went to high school with. The ones of you I can tolerate. But that was really it, you guys, for this live. I appreciate y'all for messing with me the long way, and because we be an hour and 40 minutes and 39 seconds. Okay. We'll be back live on my channel on Monday. I will work to get some content out over the weekend because there's a documentary I want to go over. I will be on James's channel, which is the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel, this Sunday in the morning. Happy Easter to
Early in the morning, yes, because I got to go to Granny house, so on Sunday to get my plate of food.
Well,
So
I be up at all hours of the night. I be up hella early and hella late. I don't know what's wrong with me, but we'll be on James's channel to go over Love and Marriage Huntsville as well as Bell Collective. James is also adding, I'm sorry, I'm plugging your channel right now, whatever.
No, go ahead.
If you want, but he's also adding Bell Collective Birmingham to his channel lineup as of next week. It does premiere on the 10th, which is next Friday or Saturday, one of them days.
Okay, don't get me to lie. I think it's
the devil's alive.
I think it's next Saturday. I think.
Yeah, it's airing on Friday. So I guess it's going to air behind the regular Bell Collective, but Bell Collective Birmingham with Stormy Steele will be on James's channel. He will be recapping that. He does also cover the original flagship show of Bell Collective. We're also going to have a live tomorrow with Kiwan J TV. We will be discussing zodiac signs and wonderful things like that. I do hope that you guys are able to tune into that because it's just going to be a live for us to have fun. I decided to put it on the screen. It is set up. It will be streaming to my channel as well as James's channel if he chooses to stream it there, as well as Kiwan J TV's channel. If anybody's interested in collaborating or joining us for a live, just let us know. We are open. If you want us to cover a show, let us know. We are open.
I'm being petty right now, but why does my mouth look like I'm missing a side tooth?
Well, I don't know. You got all your teeth, though, friend. That you got all your teeth. James is having a birthday as well. April 25th, he is planning a live. I cannot answer questions for that. I will be joining the live as well. So
it actually will not be a live. It will be a pre-record.
Oh.
Because what we're going to do in there, I cannot live stream it. So, JB, it will be a pre-record. I need about 2 hours of your time. And I will give you guys more detail. Now that I know I'm not working tonight, I have enough time to catch up on sleep and send out those emails tomorrow. So I got you, JB. I will talk to you about it soon. I think Dr. Jen Bunny is gone from the live, but that's okay. I'll reach out to her as well. And Kiwan I have to talk to. So yeah, it will be the 5 of us.
I may have to do it from my house because my husband told me I've been going crazy with our traveling budget. Yes, I'm telling on myself.
Wait, what?
I might have to do it from my house. Before I was going to fly to Arizona to you to be with you when you did this.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I was like, no, I forgot you said that.
Told me I've been buying me fucking plane tickets and all this stuff. So
that's fine. I didn't. Please, you ain't got to listen. I was expecting you to be home. I forgot that was even a conversation. So,
my black ass was gonna hop on a plane. I said 45 minutes. I got that.
I was just gonna come get you then if you would. I have to do something you here, and I'm just gonna come get you.
I would have found my way. I know people in Arizona now. Look at God. Everybody I know seem to be moving there. Hi, Big Mama Taylor. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know if I've met you before. Nice to meet you. Welcome in Thug Life. And thank you for watching a review.
Thank you. Yes,
it.
I appreciate it. Thank
we
you.
talk too much, but I appreciate y'all for listening. But that's really it, you guys. Be on the lookout. Check the links in the description of the video. Thank you to James. Thank you to everybody in the comments. Subscribe to JB Says What, as well as Kiwan J. Links in description. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good Friday night, or what's left of it. I'm going to go to bed. Adios.
Adios. Bye.